The last 35 votes in the United Nations about Israel and the Palestinians. Ukraine, that brag that they have a Jewish president, I don't know what's Jewish about him, he's not even 1% Judaism you have into him. I doubt if he even have Brit Milah. He's married to a non-Jew, his kids are not Jewish, and he himself is anti-Semite. 35 votes in the United Nations about Israel and the Palestinians, he voted all of them against Israel. He loved the Hamas and the Hezbollah and the Jihad, and he voted with his country all the votes. Now, one time he took Israel's side. They voted against Israel 35 times. 35, 0. 0 for the Jews, 35 times for the Hamas. This is who we have to save? This is who we have to bring to Israel and give them citizenship and $100,000 to each one of them, that they should live in Israel and murder us from inside with their Nazi ideology? With our life, what do we care from Ukraine? I want to tell you, a lot of people feel bad for Ukraine. I just want to remind you, these Ukrainians murdered 1.4 million Jews. You could have filled up an ocean from the amount of blood that they spilled, but not just kill, in the worst, cruelest way you can imagine, with such cruelty, sometimes worse than the Nazis. I was so happy to slaughter children and women and people. And now all of a sudden the whole world is crying for these Nazis. And so many of them have swastikas, tattoos of Hitler's on their bodies. In Israel, they want to allow 100,000 Ukrainians to flood Israel. That means we, the Israelis, who 80% of us are extremely poor, according to income, and struggling to survive, especially after 2 years of Corona, will have to pay to 100,000 strangers that would like to come to Israel, and we're going to have to buy them places to live and food to eat and take care of their medical and all the rest of it. If we were Kuwait or Dubai or one of these extremely rich countries, and all of our citizens are taken care of, why not helping strangers as well? But when 80% of your own people are dying for help and the government don't care about them, don't give them any kind of help, nothing, not even unemployment, nothing. They don't care about Jewish Israelis that are extremely poor, that cannot pay rent. Why would they bring 100,000 strangers for any country in the world and start taking care of them and take the liability? Especially when this is the most anti-Semite country in the whole world. Check every country in the world besides the Arab countries. Any European country, any country in the world, where do you have the highest percentage of Nazis and extreme anti-Semite people wants to slaughter all Jews? The answer by far is Ukraine, and after that Poland. Those two places, when they killed in Poland more than 3 million Jews, and in Ukraine 1.5 million Jews, they slaughter, they burn Jewish children. The land of Ukraine is flooded with Jewish blood. Nobody in the world cared when they murdered so many Jews over there. The world didn't care. No country accepted Jews. Now one country. Nobody wanted to let Jews go there. The Jews have nowhere to go. There was no state of Israel. The Nazis gave the order, and the Ukrainians were delighted to slaughter 1.5 million Jews.